Still Crazy After All These Beers is brought to you by our friends at Michelob, crafting a better beer. And Porta Pong, the world's #1 best-selling inflatable beer pong table at portapong.com.
Hi, I'm Donna.
And I'm Diana. And we're Gary's #1 fans. And you're watching Still Crazy After All These Beers. Cheers!
Cheers!
And welcome to this week's edition of Still Crazy After All These Beers. I'm Gary Monterosso, and I'll tell you, I'm so thrilled to have Dave Masterson from Hunterdon on our show. Dave, welcome.
And I am thrilled to be here.
Well, the pleasure is all yours, let's put it that way. We're here in Atlantic City at the Food and Wine event that's been going on all weekend. And of course, this is the beer garden here at the pier at Caesars. And it's really a cool thing going on. A ton of people coming in town, huh?
It's a good event, and not a chance in hell this would have happened 10 years ago. Just goes to show how far South Jersey in general has come for craft beer.
Well, I would have to say, if South Jersey has picked up in terms of its appreciation of craft beer, that a major part of that has to be attributed to you and your company, because you've brought in some of the most remarkable beers to South Jersey. Give us a couple brand names.
Well, we're proud of our portfolio. We think we have the best portfolio in the state. We have brands from all over the country and all over the world. And to quote a guy from Founders, Dave Embers, one of the owners, he said, "We have the Oprah Winfrey Book Club of beer portfolios." So that's that should say it all.
I think that kind of speaks volumes. And of course, what I'm drinking here is one of the beers in that portfolio, and this is
Smutty Nose IPA.
Smutty Nose IPA. And of course, for those of our viewers who aren't familiar with IPA, it stands for India Pale Ale.
Yep. And
tell us a little bit about Smutty Nose.
Smutty Nose is a beer we've been carrying for a long time. Portsmouth, New Hampshire, great IPA. Delicious pale ale. Pale ale got ranked best pale ale in the country by the New York Times. The New York Times.
Was that the New York Times?
That was the New York Times.
I've heard of it.
Just fantastic beers. Got delicious sweet wine, Baltic Porter. They have lines outside their door at their brew pub when they release seasonal beers. So it's just a phenomenal following. And again, 10 years ago, you probably couldn't give it away. And now we have a line of 50 people at the table trying to get a sample of the beers.
And of course, that, as you mentioned, that does say a lot for South Jersey. And there are several events. There's the Atlantic City Beer Festival, which we've covered every year now, and so many other things going on like this. So, you know, thanks to you guys and all the other great promoters here in our area, and people in South Jersey are starting to learn about good beers.
Yeah, well, it's all about consumer demand. And once you try a good beer, you just don't go back. And people are not going back. And I know a lot of wholesalers are struggling in this economy. We are thriving. More and more restaurants finally are serving great beer with their food. More and more bars appreciate that there's a consumer looking for better beer. It's been fantastic in the last 2 or 3 years. The first 10 years weren't that easy. The last 3 years have been fantastic. Being a suburb of Philly and New York, you'd think it'd be easier, but it's just come around.
Now, are consumer preferences different in the northern part of Jersey as opposed to the south?
They are. It's a lot of it has to do with where people vacation. Our New England beers will sell better in North Jersey. Our Philadelphia beers will sell better in South Jersey. And it's very obvious when you get to look at the numbers, but that's part of it. Yeah, dog.
And of course, we're getting near closing, and they always come out at closing, let's face it, but that's okay.
What's that?
I said they always come out at closing time.
Oh, absolutely.
Or the beauty of a beer festival. We're okay, we can live with it.
That's, bring on the masses. What can you do?
Oh, exactly. So I'll tell you what, so, you know, events like this, and as I mentioned, some of the other beer fests and the great things you guys are doing, bringing in new beers, that's got to be quite a difficult thing also, how you attract a new beer to your company.
In the beginning, we used to call a lot of people, or they would call us. Breweries were in need of distribution. They wanted to grow their sales. Now the industry is so strong that people really don't need to leave their geographic core. So when we pursue a label, it's usually takes about 2 years before they have enough beer, have enough product, or want to come and expand their territory, which is smart because beers shouldn't travel if there's no reason for them to get on the truck. Don't put them on the truck. But the New Jersey market has been so dry that there's plenty of room for growth here.
And, you know, you mentioned one other thing, and that's the pairing of beer and food. I know you're quite involved with the program in Washington called Savor.
Yeah. Well, we've sponsored the event the last 2 years. It's a great event. The BA is a great organization, and there's no reason not to be involved. So we're just happy to help. Well, Dave, it's all for a good cause, brother.
Absolutely, and we want to thank you for being here with us today and supporting great beer and bringing great beers into our area here in Atlantic City. Dave Masterson, thanks for joining us on Still Crazy After All These Beers.
My pleasure.
All right, brother, and we will see you next time. Join us.
Party on.